There's the move. Now, obviously, what I'm thinking is the lance right there. Lance is moving a straight line forward like this. So a lance can cover all of these squares, assuming that there's not a piece on the square. He could end up all the way here, right? Kind of like this, right? So this lance right here, if he wanted to, he can just capture this on the square right here, right? And so that's what he'll go ahead and do. Now he becomes a promoted lance. Now a promoted lance, it moves exactly the same as a gold. Here's a gold right there. That's a gold. This is a gold right here. Here's the gold that I have in hand. This is a piece of yours that I've captured. That's a gold right there also. It says I have one of them. See, this right here is a silver. That's not a gold. This is a silver. That's a silver right here. That's also a silver right here. So anyways, focusing on the movement of a gold can move forward, all three squares forward like this. He can move backwards, one, like that, or he could move to the sides like this or like this. Okay. So he can pretty much go like this, like that, here, here, or here. There's two squares that he cannot move to, and that's here and here, right? Okay. Now the silver, just a side note, the silver is just the opposite. Here's the silver right here. The silver can move to the forward three squares exactly like a gold, but here's where the difference is. He cannot move here, here, or here like a gold can do. Instead, he can move to the backward diagonal squares like this. So the silver can move to 5 different squares, see? And he cannot move to 3 different squares. So the gold is a little bit more powerful because he can move to 6 squares, you see, instead of 5. See, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So the 2 squares that he cannot move to, which is here and here, are the same 2 squares that the silver can move to. Okay? So that's what makes them different. Anyways, this piece is now protecting these squares, meaning that this king cannot go there. So if this king cannot go here, here, but right now he could go here or here, right? And so the move you ended up playing is you ended up going like this, right? Like that. Now that's checkmate now because I'm going to drop the gold right here. Gold on the head. Gold on the head means right in front of him, right there. Right in front of the king, right there. Right? That's checkmate. And the reason why is like I said before. You see how the gold can move here to kill the king, and he can move here or here, side to side, or backwards. And he's being protected by this piece. This piece here is protecting him. So if the king wanted to escape and go here, he cannot, because this gold will go ahead and capture him. See? If the king wanted to remain here, he cannot, because the gold will kill him. If the king wanted to go to the side here, same thing. This gold will kill him right there, capture him. And if the king wanted to go here, he cannot for 2 reasons. The first reason is the gold can kill him here, or the promoted lance can also do it. This square is double protected. So the king, like I said, he cannot go here because the promoted lance is protecting him. Okay. So now, one thing that could have happened, instead of you moving this piece here, like this, you could have also maybe attempted to run with your king. And where could you run? Maybe this way, right? Let's see what would happen. If you ran here, here's what I would do. I would still drop gold right here, like this. And now it's check, but it's not checkmate. The reason why it's not checkmate is because you can run here. See? Now you still can't capture this because this is protecting him. See? And you still can't run here because the gold is watching the square. Obviously, you can't go here or here because you can't step on your own pieces, right? And so your only move is to go here. The problem why you can't go there is because this dragon horse, which used to be a bishop that started off right here, he can move diagonally like that. Anyhow, he's here now, and he can go this way like that, here, here, or here. He can go in one space in any direction, and he can continue to go diagonally till the end of the board like that. Okay, and so because of that, that's why the king, after he moves here, that's why I would just take this rook right here. See, and I'll drop the rook right here for checkmate. The reason why that works, see, checkmate. The reason why that works is because your king still cannot go to these squares because his own pieces are occupying those squares, right? He can't kill the rook because it's being defended by the gold right here, see? And the king only has one square to go to right here. The reason why he can't go to this only square is because my dragon horse is watching that square, see? So if the king were to go here, then the dragon horse would attack right there. And so this king is checkmated in this position. This is just an example on how the game works, how after this move here, I was watching right here to put gold on the head, right here, checkmate. But like I said, had you have moved your king instead to this square, then I had this other plan of dropping the rook right here for check. And then after you move here, or I'm sorry, let me go back and move. I was still going to drop the gold right here like this for check. So see, let's just say you would went here. I would still drop the gold here for check. And then after you run, then rook drop. And then that's checkmate. Because your king can't capture, like we already discussed, because he's being defended by the gold. And he can't run here because the dragon horse is defending the square right here. And obviously you already know that you can't stop on your own pieces. So you can't go to any of those squares as well. And there's nowhere to go going down because that's the edge of the board. So here's a good example of a checkmate. As soon as I took this piece, I was instantly thinking, of course, of the checkmate right here. Gold on the head. And I was hoping that you didn't move the king or something else. And instead I got lucky and you did this move here. And then I was able to checkmate right here. Let's see another thing you could have done. Instead of this, you do have one pawn. You have two pawns in hand right here. See it? They could be introduced onto the board. So you could have also done a move like this. Maybe check me to delay the checkmate to give me a hard time, for example. So here's a move you could have played also. And let's just say I took it. Then you could have played something like this maybe. Just, anything to delay the checkmate. Or maybe this move would have been better, right? Because now, let's just say I drop the gold on the head right here. It doesn't work anymore. Because now your silver can capture right here. See? The reason why that works is because the silver can move 3 squares forward, like I was telling you, and the 2 that are diagonally backwards, like this. He can't move here, here, or here. A gold can, but a silver cannot. This is a silver, right? So a silver has that power of going backwards diagonally like this. Now, like I said, if this was a gold, which it's not, then they still share the same movements of going forward like this, except for the gold can go this way, and this way. Meanwhile, the silver goes this way and this way. He doesn't go here, here, or here like a gold does. But they both have one thing in common, is they both can go like this, going forwards. So by you having the silver located here, you can actually take the gold, and now I don't have a checkmate, see? Now I would have to try for something else, make a different move. I could even fork this to the king with the rook. See the rook? The rook can go, say the rook was right here in the middle of the board. Like that, like this, for example. Let's just make a random move so you can see. A rook can go, I'm sorry, that's not a rook, that's my bishop. Oh, my mistake. Go back. Here we go. Okay, a rook can go up and down, left and right, as many squares as he wants, which is the opposite as the bishop. See, the bishop here, he does the opposite. He goes diagonally like an X, as many squares as he likes to. And then the rook, he goes an infinite amount of squares to the left or right, or up or down. You can see how pawns, they only move forward one, like this. They always only move forward one. And then here's the bishops. See the bishops, they always move diagonally. See, like that. All the way down like this. That's how a bishop moves. For example, if we put your bishop in the middle of the board, you can see how he can move this way, this way, this way. He can move pretty much like this. That's how the bishops always move, like that. And then the rook does the opposite, like this. So I'll show you that. Here's your rook. Here's my rook. See? So let's just make a couple of moves here so you can see how it works. That's my rook. Here's your rook. Okay, my rook is pretty much... Okay, this is just an example. So here's my rook. See how he can move? Like that. So the rook can move like this. Just like that. An infinite amount of squares. But he can't move diagonally like this. Now here's the funny thing: when he promotes, then he can move to these 4 squares once he promotes. For example, I'll show you an example of that. Okay, now he's going to promote. See how it's red now? Now he can actually do those moves. See, now he can move the same way like he could before, like this. But now he can also move like a king, which is 1 space in any direction going around himself. So now he could actually cover these squares also. That's pretty amazing, right? And so the bishop can do the same thing. Here, I'll show you that one. Let's just get the bishop in the promotion zone. Okay, see, now that he's promoted, he can actually do the same thing. So I'll put him in the middle of the board just to show you. See how he can move now? Now he can still move the same way he could before, which is diagonally like this. See? That doesn't change. But he has 4 extra moves that he could do now, like this. See? So he can move like a king, which is 1 space in any direction. But he could still have his original movements. He becomes very powerful. This is the second most powerful piece in the game. The most powerful piece is obviously the rooks. The rooks are the most powerful pieces in the game, which is this one and this one. Second most powerful are the 2 bishops, this one and this one. Okay. Now I showed you before, this is a lance. You have 2 of them, and I have 2 of them over here. See? Those are lances. They move forward in any amount of squares that they want, but they can't go backwards or sideways or diagonal. They can only move just straight forward. And see these right here. See the first 3 rows, like this. All of these squares are called the promotion zone. So if you're wondering how does a piece turn red or get promoted to a better piece, this is called the enemy camp. It's the first three rows on each side of the board. So for you, this is your promotion zone. If you make any one of your pieces into any one of these squares here, it can get promoted. Okay, and for me, it's the same thing. It's all of these here, all the way down, like this, all the way down. So if I get one of my pieces in there, it'll promote. See? Watch, I'll show you. We'll just get this pawn all the way down into here, just so you can see how that works. Now, he can promote, see? Now he has the same power as a gold, like this one. See these? Those are golds. Now he has the same power. So if a lance does the same thing, right? These are your lances. And here's the knights. The knights are here. The knights do the same thing. Once they get over here, they can promote to be the same power as a gold general, like this, gold general, right? Here's your silver generals. Now, silver general has a choice. When he gets into the promotion zone, you could promote him to a gold, and he'll have the same power as the golds, or you could leave him a silver if you like the fact that he's a silver, right? So again, a silver, pretend there's a silver right here in the middle of the board, right? Where can he move? He can always move forward 3, like this, or backwards diagonal. That's how this piece moves. All 4 of these. This is the way they move going forward. See? And a gold does the opposite. A gold can still move forward like this, but it moves here, here, and here. It doesn't move to here and here like the silver does. Okay, that's these ones, the gold general. Okay, then the trickiest piece to use is the knights. These are the knights. They always move up 2 squares and then to the sideways one, like this. Here or here. See? Here or here. And then mine, it can move here or here. It can't do it right now because we can't step on our own pieces. But that's normally how they would move. Okay? And so they could actually, they're the only piece on the board that could jump over pieces. So here's what I mean by jump over pieces. See this? He can go here now. See? See? He can jump over this. See? He can go here now. See? Oh, that's the wrong piece. Here he is. He can go here or here. See it? He can go here or here. And then once he makes it to the promotion zone, he can choose to stay a knight or he can promote. See, watch. If I promote him, now that's the same power as a gold general. Like one of these 4, right? Same power. And if you forgot, what can he do? He can move here, 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 or here. Like this, see? He can move like this. Just 1 square, though. He cannot move to these 2 squares. You see? And that's pretty much it. Oh, and the king, he can move in 1 square in any direction. Here, I'll show you that right now. Okay, so now our king, he can move like this. 1 square in any direction. It's kind of like the power of the silver and the gold combined, right? Because now it covers every square going around it. So whenever you promote your bishop, he moves like a bishop still, but he also gains the power of a king. Like that. And then the rook, that's your most powerful piece. Once he gets promoted to a dragon king, he can also move like a king, like this. Or he can still keep his original movements. And that's pretty much it. That's how you play the game. There's still a lot more things to know, but just for learning how the pieces move, this would be, I guess, a good tutorial just to know how the pieces move. And I think that out of all the pieces, the trickiest ones to remember would be the silver, these four pieces, and the golds. Here's the gold generals. Those are probably the four trickiest pieces to remember how they move. But remember, they both go forward like this in all three directions. The golds can move to the sides and to the back. Meanwhile, the silvers move here and here. Right? But they all move like this. And then the gold moves here, here, and here instead of here and here. Right? So the gold moves like this, and the silver moves like this. Right? And so between the two of them, it's like a king. They can both move like a king if you add their two powers together. And if you combine the powers of the bishop and the rook, that's like a queen in regular chess where it could go anywhere. You know.